At the board table, we talked about PTT and the fact that it was a luxury tax that originally, and today it affects 98% of the population. And we had a long discussion about options that were presented to us by staff. Today, it's 1% of the first 200,000 and 2% of the balance with no limit. Harriet proposed that it would be 1% of the first 525,000, 2% from 526 to $1 million, and then 5% over $1 million. There was a lot of different opinions at the table because we represented a lot of different markets. And the effect of 5% over $1 million affected 3 or 4 areas quite strongly, and it might effectively kill real estate in those areas for a period of time. At least that was the fear. Other areas where there's more lower price listings, where the cost is a little bit more effective, they weren't as worried about it. They could see it as a stimulus. So we look at what the stimulus effects could be versus what the downturn could be. We will be looking at this again, and we will be coming up with a recommendation that we will send to BCREA. There are 11 boards in BC, so all these boards would have to agree on a strategy. And even when we do agree with a strategy, that has to then go to the government, because ultimately it's the government that's going to decide what taxation they have. Over the last few years, we have gone to the members and discussed whether we were prepared to amalgamate with other boards in the province for the betterment of our members, for a cost effectiveness, for the fact that we wanted to survive as a strong, vibrant profession. And we thought the best move we could make was to put a formal request out to the Fraser Valley Real Estate Board. So we did. We put a letter out to the Fraser Valley Board and asked them to get back to us about amalgamation. And it was an idea that it wasn't the Vancouver board, it wasn't the Fraser Valley Board, it would be one new board. A board that would represent the full area, and we would be able to save some money. 2 CEOs, having 2 sets of directors, wasn't really cost effective. And we also felt that we are quite a bit the same. There are some differences in regions, but effectively professional realtors have needs for professional tools. And what people need in Prince George or in Surrey or in Vancouver or Port Coquitlam are basically the same. So we're hoping that that discussion will go forward and we'll be able to report back to the directors at the table that there's interest. So we had our past president, Scott Russell, come and do a presentation to us. He's now the vice president or president-elect of BCREA, and he gave a presentation on the journey of discovery. It was great conversation about the research that was done, about the future of organized real estate in British Columbia, and he took a lot of our thoughts and ideas because they're doing a strategic planning for the next 5 years. That's going to show the direction that the province is going to go. We have in Vancouver 66% of the professional realtors in British Columbia. And so we have a real interest in what that future looks like. So their strategic plan, our support, our discussion about it will be really important to the future of organized real estate in British Columbia.